What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Brashard here. Just wanted to drop some content on you. I've kind of been not slacking, but I've been kind of just procrastinating a little bit, not sure, just trying to figure out what I want to do, how I want to do it. So and you'll probably realize my last two videos, I used definitely a different background. I had some video background going on, and that was just because, recording, editing, all that stuff takes a lot of time. So you know what, let's switch over to this. Let's make it quick, easy. Let me just drop some knowledge on you so you can just go get out and get on with your life, get it done. um I'm about to head out. I've got some clients to train myself. You see, I already got the shirt on, My House Fitness. That's just one aspect of what I do, or the people I help. But you know what? I wanted to drop this little bit of information on you. It's been on my mind, so here we go. So we got the new year coming around. I know all the new year, new me. I know, all the people ready to make a serious, push towards their goals. I know you're looking towards the new year to kind of jumpstart you into that. So I want to help you just drop some small tidbit information just to help make that easy. So, I wanted to make a video just about how to find a gym. There's a million gyms out there, big, small, all different type of specialties. So just really like what's a gym I should go to, you know? So, one, there's just a few different things you should know or just take into account, do some research on. One is location and availability. Location is huge. I mean, in the day and age of convenience, I'm not trying to drive nowhere further than I have to. So something that's 5 minutes away versus something that's 20 minutes away, especially traffic, yeah, I'm trying to go where there's 5 minutes away. So just think about that. You don't want a quick workout to turn into an hour to an hour and a half, 2 hour affair. Availability, just make sure that, the time that you want to go to the gym, that's when it's available. That's when it's open. That's when, it has the least amount of people, so you can get in and out as fast as you can, or you can get to all your equipment, all your exercise as fast as you can. Make sure you go there, see the place, check it out. Definitely next one I would say is just making sure the cost. I mean, we all know cost is huge. Money, money, money. All depending on the type of gym, it could be ridiculously expensive, a couple $100. If it's a regular community gym, it could be $20, $30. So, just think about your pockets, think about your goals. What do you want to achieve? That should honestly be number one. Before you even think about doing research, just what do you want to do? What do you want to achieve? What are your goals? Can you train at home? Or is that place, there's no focus, there's no space. Okay, I need to go out somewhere to train, just make sure you do that. Yeah. So next I would say for sure is cleanliness. Make sure just double check. Understand that there's been cases of outbreaks of, different things, different sicknesses and stuff like that. And just cleanliness, I've been to some gyms where it look like they haven't mopped in days, where it looked like a haunted house. And I've been to some gyms that, I could go to sleep there. I could, practically eat off the floor, which I would never do. But you get what I'm saying. Do your research, check it out, get it done. Also, make sure, if not one of the most important, just make sure it has everything you're looking for. All gyms are different. Make sure it has all the cardio equipment you're looking for. Make sure you get all the type of weights you're looking for. And really think about it, So you might think, oh, I don't need a lot of weights right now. And then 6 months later, you're like, I need some weights, or vice versa, whatever it is. So make sure you got it, because some gym has all the weights, all the machines in the world. Some gyms have all the machines, don't really have a lot of weights, double check to see what kind of amenities they have. Amenities are huge. So the gym I go to has saunas and pools and steam rooms and stuff like that. And they win me over with that all the time. Basketball courts, number one. So yeah, definitely check that out. Make sure they have a kid care program. Well, I mean that should go without saying. If you have kids or something like that, make sure they have a kid care program. Make sure that they have all the right type of programs you're looking for. So definitely double check. Make sure whether it is personal training services, whether it is group classes and programs, something to get you started in nutrition, whatever it is. Make sure you really take a good thought and make sure you really take all that into an account so you can make the best decision for you. For sure. I mean, what else? There's so many things you could possibly list about just a gym. I mean, just number one, just make sure you just check the environment. Make sure it's the type of environment you can see yourself in, you can see yourself growing in. The people, the feng shui, the environment, all that jazz. Just make sure it is what you want it to be. I've been working out for forever. I like to get to it. I like to get down and dirty. I like to be in a place where people are really getting after it, where people are busting their butts, where people are pushing for greatness. So yeah, I mean, and with all that being said, there's also what you should also take into account are the different variations in the type of gyms, which I've said earlier. So, you have like personal training studios, you have the big commercial gyms, you have small specialty gyms, you have the CrossFit gyms, all these different type of gyms. So, I mean, really, how do you even pick those out? So, all right, you selected, you found, so you keep thinking about all these things you'd want in the gym, but how do you even select the actual gym itself? What do you want, So, so personal training studios, I work at one, My House Fitness. I mean, I don't want to be biased. I'm gonna give you a quick breakdown on what kind of experience you might find at a personal training studio. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stop talking for a second. I'm gonna let a good friend of mine, Ben Grave, just kind of give you a little insight about personal training studio. Hey guys, Mind, Body, and Fitness here. You also know me as B Rich. Having a long, great friend of mine, Ben Grave, owner of My House Fitness, just giving us just a quick rundown about personal training studios, and what's this all about. Now, and all right, Ben. So my first question for you is, what's the difference between a personal training studio and other gyms that are out there in the marketplace?
Right, as Richard said, I'm Ben. I'm the owner of this personal training studio. I've been a fitness coach for a really long time, and I've had this studio now for about 8 years. So I've been doing this, for a pretty long time too. What I find, there are a lot of differences between the ways that you can get fit, and certainly if we had 10 people in here, there'd be a bunch of different things that they would say about personal training and gyms. But the fundamental things that I find, and because this is going to be a short video, we want to keep it kind of short, there are a couple of things that make personal training a different experience. The first thing being accountability. When somebody goes to a personal trainer, whether it be in a big gym or whether it be in a personal training studio, being accountable to their goals, either the goals that they perceive or the goals that the personal trainer and them come together and work toward. And that daily accountability to the volume, the form, the intensity that you're going to need to reach those goals. The other thing being expertise, right? So when we have the accountability toward those goals, expertise as it relates to safety, as it relates to, again, the form to do the exercises correctly, that's why people go to get a personal trainer. Now the difference between a personal training studio, I find, and a big gym is that perception of exclusivity. And how I'll break that down is, when you're in a big gym, you may have a great personal trainer that has 100% focus on you. But if you're in a 2,000 square foot facility like this, compared to in a big gym when you're maybe in a 20,000 square foot facility, even if your personal trainer has all eyes on you, or if you're in a small group setting and it's a personal trainer with 4, 6, 8 people, all eyes on you, when you have all that other equipment, all those other people in that gym, that perception of exclusivity, that exclusive experience, really gets kind of watered down and diminished. So in a personal training studio, there are things that we do every day here, I promise, that would get a personal trainer fired in a big gym. When it comes to rah-rah stuff, when it comes to sharing equipment with other trainers, that sort of bond that we get from one personal trainer to another personal trainer, from a personal trainer who's not even training another client, that family atmosphere in this smaller, whether it be here or any other personal training studio, that perception of exclusivity, I have all eyes on you and there aren't that many people here with their eyes on you either. That, I think, is what sets those things apart. And again, one is no better than the other necessarily, but from one person to the next, that preference is what's gonna make the difference.
Awesome. So my next question is, so you've been in business for about 5-6 years now. You've definitely experienced a lot of success. What draws people to My House Fitness specifically?
So the number one thing being that we are the closest personal training studio to a lot of people is something that's undeniable, right? So location. That's a big factor. Now in College Park, which is where our studio is, there are 11 places to get fit in a pretty exclusive environment. So I would say that us, compared to other personal training studios that are along Edgewater Drive and within a stone's throw, quarter mile to a half a mile, our accommodation to every person's goals is certainly paramount for us. We are exclusive in so much as we have, again, that one-on-one or one-on-two, one personal trainer on maybe up to 4 people in a small group. We don't have a big volume of people that are always coming in here. That, of course, sets us apart. But also, the intensity is going to vary from client to client based on their goals, right? So form is certainly important. Safety is certainly important. The boutique atmosphere with a smaller studio with just enough equipment to get the job done, and of course our trainers that are experts in their craft is super important. But the idea that you don't have to already be in shape to come in here and start getting in shape is really important, and something that I think that we've done a good job of establishing in our community. There are a lot of personal training clients who almost feel like, gosh, I better get myself in shape before I go get personal training. And that is certainly counterintuitive. And there are other fitness studios around where you look at their advertisements, you look at kind of the way that they brand themselves in their community outreach, and it is really intimidating. Like, the clients that they have are all just killing it all the time. And of course we can do that. We can do as intense a workout as a given personal training client needs. But that may make up 40% of our clients, because somebody may be coming off of an injury, somebody may be maybe not old enough. We work with 10, 11, and 12-year-old clients. We have people that are coming off of, again, injuries, rehabs, postpartum, pregnant women, guys that have been athletes a long time ago and have no business hitting a really intense workout for a couple months because they may injure themselves. Again, being accountable to that process, I think, is what sets us apart and what's helped us become really successful in the community, because people feel like no matter what shape I'm in, I can go in there and make myself better.
Awesome. Fantastic. One thing I will say that I noticed too with the gym is a very big family, very friendly, and very open environment that kind of just welcomes people to the gym. What are your thoughts on that?
So we did that on purpose when we came into College Park. So I grew up in College Park. I've lived all over. Coming back to College Park was part of a business decision, being part of a community that I really wanted to come together with on a like-minded idea of what love of fitness is. And so that we had to make some compromises on how many people we could get warm bodies in the studio here when we started the studio almost 8 years ago. And of course that was tough at first, because we didn't want to just have a ton of people in here just taking people's money. What I did do is do a lot of community outreach. I spent all of my spare time that I wasn't in the studio making sure that I was touching lives and touching, different organizations, helping people to understand that they're meeting a personal trainer who works in a personal training studio that they can become a part of without any judgments, but with a certain amount of accountability, because goals aren't going to be reached unless we're accountable to each other. So marrying those two ideas, you can't do that in a commercial. You can't do that, just by putting an ad in a piece of paper. You got to get out there and get in front of people. So most of our business comes from referrals, and a referral, you're not going to tell somebody to go someplace and spend good money if it's not, a great place with a great environment. So we end up with a lot of people who are training here because they are friends with somebody else. And so we become a community that is just an extension of the College Park community. So that's how the family atmosphere really, I think, made itself.
Fantastic. Thank you again for answering some questions. Again, ladies and gentlemen, this is Ben Grave, My Health Fitness in College Park on Edgewater. Come check us out. Thank you.
Thanks so much.
Cool. So definitely check him out. Awesome guy. Been in business for about 6 years. Mr. College Park himself. And I hope you just got a good sense from what he was saying. Personal training studios are definitely just, kind of more smaller, more close-knit. A lot of people are probably from, all gyms people are from their community, but it's just more of a closer type of environment, more personal. It's all about personal training. So you don't have all the distractions from, people doing their own things or random things. You have everyone's at those type of gyms are receiving some type of quality training services. So next you got the big commercial gyms. So even though I am a personal trainer at a personal training studio, I still do have a gym membership, At the big commercial gyms, there are just a few things that are just undeniable that they have that a personal training studio like my gym just might not lack, So obviously the size is different. They're huge. They got just a lot more of equipment and amenities and stuff like that. And so it's just a different environment. But don't take my word for it. I'm going to let a good friend of mine, Claudia, she's a general manager of LA Fitness down here in Orlando. And I just want her to kind of give you just a little bit about, what goes on at LA Fitness. What's going on, you guys? It's your friendly neighborhood personal trainer, Brashard here. I got my girl Claudia, general manager of LA Fitness, just here to answer some questions to help you find the right gym for you. All right, Claudia. So for my first question, I just want to know, with all the different type of gyms you can find out in the marketplace, what makes national-owned gyms, big commercial gyms, what make them what they are? Why are they so popular?
First and foremost, the name, the brand that people know and trust. It's not like a private gym that could be here today and going like tomorrow. The amenities that we have, the facilities, the staff that we have, that what makes us stand apart from other gyms. Gyms that you may see today that probably won't be here in like 6 months.
Okay, awesome. So LA Fitness been around for a very long time. Mm-hmm. They're definitely, I would say, pretty much, countrywide for sure.
Absolutely.
What makes LA Fitness different from other national-owned gyms like UFit, Planet Fitness, 24 Hour Fitness, and other gyms like?
LA Fitness is known for the quality of the gym. Like our facilities are top of the line when it comes to cleanliness, staff friendliness. Have over 20,000 pounds of free weights at each location. Many strict equipment machines, cycle studios, fitness group studios, any amenity that you need, we have at LA Fitness for sure. And at the most point, at an affordable price. Because a lot of people that have the amenities we have, it's very expensive. In LA Fitness, you can start at $14.99 a month, max about $29.99 a month. It's a very cheap gym for all the amenities that we have.
Okay, cool. All right, so, okay. All right. So with that being said, for my final question, I'd like to ask, so you've been a manager here for the last 2 years. What could you say for the overall culture and the environment of LA Fitness? And maybe what's been the biggest thing you've been trying to bring to the gym, or the biggest your objective for the gym? I guess I'll redo that.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. Okay, sounds good. So for my next question and final question is, so what you've been the
You good?
all right. So for my last question, you've been the manager here, the general manager here for the last 2 years. What's been the biggest what's been the biggest thing regarding the environment and the overall culture here? And what's been some of the biggest, whether it's subjective, been the biggest things you're trying to bring to this gym here on Conway?
So the culture here at Conway, Michigan, is a family environment. Everybody's super friendly. Everybody here is like a small town. They know everybody. It's a referral-based service. Our friendly service to my customers, they bring in their families, their co-workers, their friends. We just have a very friendly environment here. Something I try to bring in is just partnerships with more businesses in the area. That was a weakness prior before I got in this role, and I really got in and just went out to the community, had a lot of partnerships, and increased our business substantially.
Oh yeah.
So just bringing the community in, just keeping it very friendly for my customers, and just keeping it like a very friendly small town here. That's the culture here in my gym.
For sure. So, definitely thank you for asking the question. Just let me just find out a little bit more about you. What's your motivation? What's one thing you love about doing what you do?
My motivation is just help people, reach their fitness goals. Not only fitness goals, but life goals. Like, we're here in the gym, we befriend people, we see them, like, not only meeting their fitness goals, but like seeing them progress, like, with their family, progress professionally. It's just like seeing people overall involved in like a positive environment. Like, I love that here.
Okay, I see you got that basketball in your hand.
Every day.
You got a little history there. You got a little jump shot. Something you're not telling me?
Jump shot. I used to play basketball collegiately, professionally. Now I'm a coach and I also do like recruiting. So this right here is a big part of my life and always will be.
Okay, phenomenal. Thank you again, everyone, folks. This is Claudia. Definitely check her out at the LA Fitness down on Conway in Michigan. You won't regret it. Thank you.
Perfect.
All right, cool. So I hope you got a good vibe from my girl Claudia. Definitely check her out. She's a rock star. But I mean, next on the list, before I even do that, the specialty gyms, the small gyms, so those gyms are definitely same and kind of similar to the big gyms. Some have their own different niches. Some are, some might be bar, they just different variations. So definitely do your research and understand, but essentially they're going to be preaching the same principle. They're going to be wanting you to achieve the same type of goals in their own different variations. But just understand that the small specialty gyms, they might be one track focused. They might be one-minded, not like necessarily one-minded in a negative way, but they might only believe in a specific something. But next up, we have the CrossFit gyms. I mean, CrossFit gyms are just awesome. There's so much you can do. There's definitely a community environment that's going to push you and help you excel and help you be the best version of yourself. Definitely super intense with a lot of stuff going on. But definitely just make sure you do your research and understand that CrossFit gyms aren't made for everyone. You should definitely... So yeah, just understand that a lot can happen. They do a lot to minimize the the possibility of injuries and stuff like that, because a lot of places offer, or they force you to do personal training services before you start, just to make sure that you can do what is being done. I mean, that's huge. But I mean, just understand that with everything going on, the eye, a quality eye is not always on you. And the demand and the type of neurological demand that CrossFit could place on your body, let alone any type of workout, but just the demand on it, cardiovascular, the muscular demand, the neurological demand, there's just so much going on. So definitely understand that environment and that world. I definitely want to recommend someone going straight off the couch into CrossFit. I would definitely recommend you start a little slower, start a little smaller, kind of just exploring yourself, mentally, physically, spiritually, just kind of understanding like what do you want, who are you, what are your limitations and stuff like that, before you dive in. But please don't let that scare you. If you do CrossFit and you do it right, there's an exponential amount of possibility in that world. Hopefully in the near future, you might see me in the CrossFit gym. I have been itching a little bit to do a little competition, but we'll talk about that when that time comes. But I mean, so just to recap, definitely make sure you check a few things. And probably didn't even say this in order, but I mean, just definitely make sure you think about the location and the availability. Make sure you think about the cost, the cleanliness. Make sure you think about the type of equipment that you might need or you might want. The programs, the Zumba classes or yoga classes or personal training or anything of the sorts, because not all gyms are built alike or they all offer the same services. So just make sure you discount, double check on that. And yeah, and just make sure you get to the gym. It's easy to discourage yourself. It's easy to get in the gym and after 2-3 weeks, a month or two, you don't really see the results you were expecting because of whatever commercial fake diet plan that was out there. Don't quit. Just keep moving forward. Just keep, every step, just keep taking another step forward, and slowly but surely everything will come for you. Okay? You got to walk by faith, not by sight. And yeah, so please, I hope you like your videos. I'm going to work on producing a lot more different content to you. But yeah, I hope you guys have a good day. Take care. It's time for me to get to it. Kick these clients' butts. Ciao.